It's that time again. Welcome to another Splatoon 2 Splatfest. Let's go ahead and jump straight into things because today's theme is one of those Y themes. We got Team Fork versus Team Spoon. Which utensil do you like more? One to poke things or one to scoop things? I swear they're running out of ideas. Hey Matt, how you doing there today? Turn that down a little bit. So for reference sake, I wanted to try something a little bit different for my setup. I'm rocking my speaker setup this time so I can hear the game. So hopefully it doesn't really echo too much in the mic. It shouldn't because it's pretty quiet. So if it does, let me know and I'll just go back to headphones. But I want to try headphoneless for a bit because it's more comfortable for longer periods of time. And tonight's going to be a doozy. We're starting off with some Splatoon 2. And then in about 2 hours, we're going to swap over to some Kingdom Hearts. Because I know not everyone is a fan of the Splatoon content I've been doing, so I'm going to have a good middle ground where we do this, then we also do something else on the same exact night. Doing alright, is Twitch doing better now? Well, hopefully. They just reported back on the support Twitter account that things are more stable, at least from what they're saying, that they fixed it. But who knows? I mean, we'll have to see. I've had a lot of like weird loading issues throughout this entire week with Twitch. Like on mobile, my phone's been stuttering like all over the place trying to watch streams, which has been pretty bad. And then on desktop, the player just keeps on freezing and I lose control. So that's fun. I don't know if they fixed that stuff yet though. I was watching a stream earlier on mobile today, but it seemed okay then. It was just hard to tell because I was on a mobile connection. So streams are never good on a mobile connection. Alright, so before we start, let me go ahead and swap out my loadout here. So, I'm gonna go with my dualies. I think everything else is probably good. I'm gonna probably change my shoes though. Alright, yeah, we're good. I was almost gonna go back to lobby with the menu system, but why? I don't need to. I can just go ahead and back out. So I don't know how balanced this Splatfest is because everyone I've been seeing play it today has been on Team Fork. So I don't know if it's a pretty even thing or just everyone's on Team Fork and we're going to be fighting our own teammates. I really hope that's not the case. Don't know though. You okay? You also seen a lot of Forks today, Matt. Alright. So that's kind of what I figured. I'm thinking Fork's probably the more popular team from what I've seen then. Hey, at least we're fighting Spoon, so that's good. Have you played any of the Splatfest today, out of curiosity? Or have you just been seeing some of it? Oh hey, starting off right out the bat with Shifty Station. That's cool. This one looks kind of interesting so far because of the little panels on the ground. Wonder what that does. Roller, you missed like a lot of your top section there. Oh, okay, so covering those panels activates some walls. That's interesting. Oh, that's the case. Yoink. Actually, that wall there is really good. It's a great defense mechanism. Nice. His friend. Oh, the dang auto bomb still got me. Seeing a lot of Forks on Twitter. Haven't got a chance to play. These errands. Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah, I had to run a lot of errands today too. I only got home like maybe an hour ago myself. So I have not had a chance to play it all today either. I was debating on playing some of the last night, like when it went live around midnight, but I was just like too tired. So I ended up just not playing. Heck, actually, last night I was going to work on some video editing, and I was, again, too tired to do that. Apparently, I was also too tired, and I forgot to update the thumbnail of today's Tropical Freeze highlight on YouTube. It's like, whoops. I hate it when I do that, when I forget something that crucial. So, yeah, that was a thing I had to correct immediately. I didn't cover all of it? Oh, that's why. What was that anyways? I can't really see his weapon still. It didn't look like a Gatling. I guess it was just the Splash Shot Jr. up there. Okay, that's what it was. Wow, like everyone's actually at their base. We can't get over there much because of the gate shutting, but that really doesn't matter from the looks of things. Oh, that's a roller behind me. That wasn't bad. I hate when I'm about ready to do a dodge roll and I'm having. You can't do anything. Oh, dang it. He activated the switch, so I was in his ink. That was actually a really good strategy. We're still winning, though. Let's get a little bit of ink there. And one good bomb throw should give us a couple more points. We should still win. I mean, that's pretty back and forth, but I think that's still our game. Oh, yeah, by almost 20%. Actually, no, it's more than 20%. It's like 24. Dang. Okay, did way better than I thought. Holy crap. A +9? That was almost enough to level up to our first Splatfest marker. That's insane. Alright, this game's taking a while. I don't like this. Every time we take a while, I swear, we're gonna fight Fork. I won't be surprised. Oh, good. Still some spoons. Although it's only 3, so that's a little concerning. Alright, thank you. I almost thought the game was gonna start with 3. It's happened before. Also, I'm not surprised that one of their teammates is called Spoon, too. That's the biggest joke I've been seeing going around for this Splatfest team. Spoon 2, because, I don't know, around the time this came out, and I think even Breath of the Wild as well, people just kind of gave the names utensil nicknames. Spoon 2 being the most popular for this, obviously. I think the first Splatoon also got that nickname as well, randomly, like Spoon. Maybe it makes sense. A couple letters away from just spelling it. Man, I gotta work on getting like more ink saving on my gear. Because I swear, I think I'm not having enough ink saver anymore. I mean, I need to play a little more like multiplayer online to grind out the chunks. I don't know. I keep on putting it off because there's so many other games I'm trying to still complete. So every time I want to do that with this one, there's something else to come up. Although, to be fair, that's gonna probably happen a lot less for some people once the online goes live as a paid service next month. Because I already know a lot of people won't want to try the pay online just to see how it is, which honestly is like, yeah, I get people's reason if you can't afford it, that's understandable, but if you're just doing it as an ignorance thing, then why? It's not gonna hurt. Hey, Matt, if you want to join for Coco, I'm always fine with that. Also, if you want to try to play alongside, I'm also fine with that too, although I still think there's that problem of you can only play with a 4 group for Splatfest, which is so stupid. But yeah, if you want to join, yeah, just hop on Discord and I'll just add you guys in the call after this match. Oh, that's a giant stingray. Go away. I don't like how they're all on our base so far. I don't feel good. Also, that bubble weapon. I still need to try that weapon. That looks really cool. I just not bought it yet. I probably need to just buy it because I have enough money. I just haven't done it. Oh, they're putting up shields. That's how I can't keep on getting them. Interesting. One good sniper shot, of course. I didn't realize I had a sniper on their team for a moment. Actually, they got two. One of them's a scope sniper. I didn't even realize that. I kept on seeing the guys push ahead with the bubble weapon and the ink walls. I haven't actually seen a sniper. Yeah, we're definitely losing this game. Let's just not lose by like 30%, please. Oh, actually, we're taking it back. We're taking it back. Let's do it. Swim away. Stay safe. Keep it inking. Did we win? Like, did we just pull it back in the last 30 seconds? We might have actually won. It looks super close. I don't know who got it. Oh, come on. By 5%. We almost had that game. Holy crap. Alright, I'm gonna shoot you a message on Discord, Matt, so whenever you're ready, you can join me as a 14. Well, okay. At least we got that. I'll take that as a win.
Hi, Lester.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing okay.
That was close.
That was close. That last.
Yeah, seriously,
bunch.
by 5%.
I will probably play, but I'll probably play after I'm done because I'm practicing Lake Bed right now.
Oh, okay.
On Twilight Princess, and I have a real bad love-hate relationship with this dungeon.
I can understand that, because it is kind of confusing, honestly. I think it's probably one of the more confusing water dungeons in any of the 3D Zeldas. Yeah. I still think probably the most confusing one is probably the one in Majora's Mask.
What, Great Bay?
Yeah. Because of the water levels, so you have to constantly shift around.
My biggest issue with this dungeon is...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
My biggest issue with Lake Bed, and I told Amber this just now, is like, this is why I'm practicing it, because I don't want... When I record this, I don't want to be goofing around for like 20 minutes not know where I'm going. My biggest issue is right at the beginning of the game. Right there, right at the beginning. Where in the hell am I supposed to go? In this big old ass room.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Which way do I go?
Actually, I'm even more confused after you pull the first switch to get the first thing of the current going, because, like, alright, now which way do I need the bridge to face so I can get the current to go to the other room, so I can actually move the, like, the turntable in my way? Like, that's my more confusing part. I always get turned around after I, like, get the first current going.
How I remember that one is... is not so much that you have to pretty much go back to the room. You remember the room where the piece of heart is that's guarded with the gate?
Yeah.
Alright, you remember that room. As soon as you turn the water on, everything starts moving around.
Oh, crap.
Like, that's how I remember
Yeah.
You have to go back to that room. Now that it's moving around, you have to ride the little pendulums around until you get to the next room, which has a claw shot in it.
Yeah.
So, that's where I remember. Like, there's a couple things I have to remember when I'm in this dungeon. And the first thing is, especially when you get into the dungeon, right at the beginning, you have to go in the room that's next to the dungeon map.
Yeah.
That's where you have to go. That's where I... Now, where in the hell am I going? Which way am I supposed to go?
It's funny, because that's actually one of the easiest maps in the game in general to miss for a dungeon.
Yeah.
Like, half the time I play, I miss that map because I kind of forget it's there.
Yeah. And not only that, you have to backtrack for a stamp.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that's annoying. You have to backtrack for a stamp because when you raise the water level, you have to when you do that first water release thing, you have to go back because there's a claw shot point there.
Yeah.
And that's where the freaking.
Because I think originally that was like a 50 rupee or something like that, and then they changed it for Wii U.
Then they changed it on the Wii U because they're like, oh, we want to implement stamps, which a year later, they're pointless.
Yeah.
Really wish, you know, it's one thing I really wish they did just. What's wrong with keeping me?
They just kind of gave up on it because they thought no one was really using it, which, to be fair, that kind of was true. Because compared to when it first launched, the numbers for the servers were really low in terms of user base. But the reason why most people kind of wanted to move on was because it was moderated way too strict. If you said one little thing that was apparently against the TOS, you couldn't post on the thing for like a month.
Oh my god.
I mean, that happened to me because I put my username as my actual me name, and they had a hissy fit about that. Even though you can read the username on someone's profile on Miiverse. So what's the point?
Yeah, that's why on my profile, I put that I do Let's Plays on YouTube. My channel name is Matt's LP Adventures. I didn't even put the URL.
Yeah.
That's what I did on my profile.
Yeah, they're just a little too strict, and that was the biggest problem. Like, people were kind of afraid of what could they post on there without having their accounts banned.
Well, my biggest thing is I really wish that they just kept Miiverse around because I feel like they could have, I don't know, transferred Miiverse over to Switch and had Miiverse on Switch.
I mean, they did it with 3DS because originally when the system came out, Miiverse didn't exist. Then I got a system update to add Miiverse, which I honestly think now both the Wii U and the 3DS needed a system update to remove it. Still hasn't happened. I'm more surprised it hasn't happened on 3DS.
Yeah, I am too.
Like, I know they pretty much gave up on Wii U. Like, you can't buy anything Wii U related anymore besides games.
But it's just like, I thought about it and I was like, you know, it's so stupid that why they get rid of it. I actually kind of, you know, I know Miiverse had its problems. I know it had its problems. But I like Miiverse. That was like one of my favorite features about the Wii U was Miiverse.
Yeah. I mean, every system has some kind of community thing, and that was Nintendo's solution, and now they had nothing like that. So that's just kind of barren. I mean, honestly, I know a lot of people say, like, the Switch's UI is pretty good. There's a lot of things I hate about it, personally, because it feels way too bare.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you on that. I like the Switch's UI, but it is too bare. And
yeah,
I wish
my biggest wish is they add some kind of, like, folder system. Because without it, it's an unorganized mess. You can't even move around icons, which is the stupidest idea. It's like the PS4 menus when that was first released, except worse.
See, like right now, I'm coming. I don't know where I'm going right now. I need to go this way.
Guys, stop with the ouches in this ways. Calm down.
Guys, stop with the...
I mean, everyone's spamming it. It's like, ouch, this way, ouch! It's like, guys, I know you're hurting, but stop. You only need to say it once, not 5 times.
Ouch.
That's funny. That was funny, because I just said that I can't remember which way, and then you said, ouch, stop with it this way!
Yeah, because everyone's spamming it. All I hear in my ears is just squids going, ow, yeah, yeah. It's like, guys, I can't hear enemies when you're doing that.
But Lester, you gotta... The Church of the Woomy.
They're not even Woomy. In fact, half of them aren't even squids anymore. They're Octarians, including me.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like my biggest issue with the Switch UI, and I know the folder is one thing. I wish that they did have that. I really wish that there was a theme option. I wish they.
Yeah, there's only the 2, which is basic white and basic black. It's like, really? Why do we only have 2, and both of them are basically the same?
I mean, look at the 3DS. That's the perfect example. Like, man, you could have so many cool themes on there.
Yeah, there's like a theme a week for that system.
Like, you have a cool theme on your 3DS, don't you?
Yeah, I got the original Pokemon.
You got the original Pokemon stuff.
Yeah, I had so many downloaded. I personally don't use them, only because half of them I don't really like the extra music they add. But I have so many downloaded, and I can just have a variety of different things if I want to change it. On Switch, it's like, alright, do you like a light theme or a dark theme? That's it.
That's the thing. I just wish that I hope in future updates they add that.
You know why I hope they actually add in the future updates? A lot of the other stuff they said was going to be on the system, like, well, I don't know, a browser. It's kind of important.
When did they say that?
They said that around launch. Like, it was going to get updates for things like a browser, YouTube, Netflix, and such, and that's still not around.
Yeah, it's been over a year, guys.
Yeah, I was like, man, are you going to ever add it?
Oh, we were supposed to add that?
I mean, I do find it impressive that, you know, reports came out saying the UI only takes, like, what, 250 kilobits, which is super small. But yeah, there's a reason. There's, like, nothing to it. All it is icons.
I think I'm going the wrong way. That's what I'm talking about. You have to alternate between east and west so many times. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I need to practice this.
Wait, which way did you go? Did you go west?
I went west. I thought it said west. That's west, Patrick. You're fired again.
I like how I have Link here as a fork champion. Of course he's got to be a champion. Only makes sense.
Fork champion. I'm a fork champion.
Seriously, why? I say that a lot, like, I swear, I say that almost every Splatfest anymore. Why? With these themes? I swear, they're going with a dartboard with some of the least interesting themes, and it always lands on the one no one wants to pick.
Do you like your toilet paper under or over?
Well, I guess I have no other better ideas. Splatfest.
We gotta have a Splatfest every month, guys. Gotta remember that.
But the thing is, we ran out of ideas at the Splatoon 1. Now we gotta do this for 2 years. Quick. What's the first thing you can think of? Hey Bob, do you want a spork or a foon? Brilliant! Spork or foon Splatfest. Now, come on. Seriously, I don't know what happened with their creativity with these themes. It's kind of weird.
The last one was pretty good. It was
That's
Inkling versus
true.
Valkyria.
Like, that was good. And that was because of the 1 year anniversary, so I'm glad they did something like that. But before that, a lot of the last ones are a little honestly.
Oh, I hate this dungeon. I really do. Like, I like the design of Lake Bed. I really do. It's really cool, and it's not as intrusive as a water level. You don't have to wade in the waterway too much.
Yeah.
That's one thing I like about it.
I mean, heck, it's a water dungeon where you have iron boots and you never touch them once.
Except during the boss fight.
Pretty much. Like, except really just maybe navigating some rooms, like, near the end, and then the boss fight. You basically never need to use water, like, the iron boots at all, because you can just swim everywhere. So, there's no real pace breaker to the dungeon.
It's just... It becomes a pace breaker when you don't know where the frick you're going.
Yeah, if you know where you're going, it can be pretty quick. If you don't, yeah, not so much.
That's why this is why I say I have a love-hate relationship with Lake Bed.
Yeah. Honestly, what I really wish, though, is because of how useful Fora's Wind was in Ocarina of Time, I really wish that Uku would have been basically the Fora's Wind. It's not. Not even close.
No.
I want to be able to warp in between rooms, have a good checkpoint system. Uku's really not that, which sucks.
No, Uku's more of if you need to shut the game off.
Yeah, and that's why I like Fora's Wind way more. Because it actually can help you backtrack. I use it like all the time in like forest, water, and fire in Ocarina because it's a great checkpoint system.
This way I need to go. This way I need to go.
Well, Uku basically says, nah, I'm only gonna be here if you want to leave. If you enter the dungeon through the front door, well, you made a big mistake. Honestly, that's only useful in one dungeon in my opinion. And that's in like Snowhead. And that's because you can enter the mansion from the front by using Uku if you want to just get back there quick. Because there's a lot of stuff on the front you need to get for 100% too. That's the only time I can get use of Uku like Fora's Wind. Otherwise, I'm only using her if I actually need to turn the game off.
Yeah. And I think that's really what the perfect was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Not so much Fora's Wind. No, I'm gonna... Like, the dungeons aren't that big in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, pretty much. They're pretty condensed. They're
pretty condensed for what it's worth. It's not like Ocarina of Time levels are huge.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, I get you. Uku's not really a good.
No, like Uku was not really a good supplement. That's more or less it. It's like it's really only good, like you said, it's a checkpoints thing if you gotta turn off the game.
You need to shut off the Wii U or GameCube or whatever console you're playing Twilight
Yeah.
Princess on. But I just
The
where am I going?
NVIDIA Shield if you're in China. 'Cause I think
Hold
that
on
is
a
on the
second.
NVIDIA Shield.
This is what I'm talking about. This is why I needed to practice this. I'm so glad I didn't do it tonight. Oh my gosh. I was about ready to record and I was like, "Ooh, we should go record." And I'm like, nope. Probably bad idea.
Always helps to do a practice run beforehand. Always.
Yeah.
Refamiliarize yourself with stuff. Honestly, right now I'm in a really weird state for what I want to do next for recording purposes because I'm editing through the next playthrough, which I want to start on Monday. But in terms of what I want to record next, I got like 2 games now in mind, and it really sucks. Because I really want to record them both right now, but at the same time, I would only have time to practice and record one.
Well, I have another game that I'm thinking about probably doing as a side thing for Twilight Princess right now. But it's most like I just came to that decision because I have some footage that I need to really get off my computer that I was saving for that Let's Play. And I was like, you know what? I better go ahead and do it because I'm not have any other time to do it anyway. So
Yeah, I mean, luckily I never really have to worry about that storage problem much for footage because I have at least 2 drives that are pretty bare and they're both terabytes. So if I need to store something for the long run, I can. But usually whenever I'm done with a project, I like to delete the files. I think the biggest stuff I usually have anymore is stuff I record for the League because those files get pretty massive.
could you?
And that's why they're on my
reset-
5 terabyte hard drive.
Could you reset your connection to our call with the video footage?
Oh, it kind of glitched out. Alright, there you go.
All right, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
But it's just I remember now where I need to go. I remember now. See this locked door right here? I was looking for a damn locked door for 5 minutes now.
Yeah,
There it
I
is.
know how that feels.
I was looking because I have a
Not
key.
gonna lie, when I was practicing for the Ocarina recording for League, I had to redo like Water Temple 5 different times because of how I routed it. So it's just like if you don't remember which door you need to go to at what time, it just looks sloppy. Especially when I was doing Water Temple, because at the end I was able to skip a single key. You can skip a key if you know what you're doing in Water Temple using Fora's Wind. So I was able to do that, but man, I had to keep on trying that because I kept on forgetting the key I needed to get so I can skip another one.
I need to remind myself now. See, this is why I said I have a love-hate relationship with this dungeon. I need to
Yeah.
remind myself once I get the second key, I need to go back to that room where they introduced the bubble blizzard guys. You know, the ones where they hide in the giant bubble and you can either claw shot and pull them out and kill them.
Oh yeah, claw shot or bomb them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it depends what I have equipped at the time, but half the
I
time I
just
bomb,
use-
half the time I just
I
claw
just
shot
bomb
them.
arrow 'em.
Yeah, because I think that will also kill them too if you go with your shot.
Well, it bursts the bubble and then.
Yeah, but I'm saying like after out of the bubble, because if you're good with your shot, you can shoot them again and kill them.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Splatfest after I finish recording.
Yeah,
Right now.
that's fine. I mean, we'll be playing this up till about 8, and then we're going to swap over to some Kingdom Hearts tonight. So, I'm going to at least try to get the champion, which I probably should be able to do. Hey, Super Spyro, how you doing? You're going to be eating at Chili's or a fork or a spoon? That's a great question. It depends on what we order. Give me the spork. Best of both worlds.
I'd eat chili with a spoon. I don't know about you.
I mean, yeah, I mean, chili would be better with a spoon, technically. But eating at Chili's, I think it'll depend on what we get. If I'm getting that steak, I'm not using the spoon.
Yeah, if it's a steak, I'm not using a spoon.
Yeah, like, good luck trying to pick up a steak with a spoon. You're gonna have to get some good scooping in.
There was a cartoon skit about that. I forgot where it was. Okay, alright. This is a room I have to backtrack into. You see that? I have to come back for it later.
Yeah, I think... Oh, yeah, I saw our team go in danger for a split second. We're losing this. At 20 seconds, it's gonna be hard to come back.
Yeah.
Especially when I keep on running out of ink. Also, for Splatfest, I always run out of ink sooner, too, because my shirt has, like, no chunks on it that I really need to use. Normally, I have, like, 1 or 2 ink-saving things on my shirt, too. Meanwhile, this shirt is naked. It's got nothing.
This shirt is bare. Okay. Alright, so now that we got the water established, now we can go back in the one other room to get the claw shot. I'm kind of glad I'm practicing this because I'm remembering that. No, I'm gonna think. Yeah, I'll probably play Splatfest after I finish because I really needed to do this.
Well, it helps to practice beforehand, yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing that especially with this game with the dungeons because I'm trying to remember how the layout is. I'm trying my best. Keyword trying. I'm trying to get it to be like 2 videos at most per dungeon.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because I remember back in the day when I did my Twilight Princess playthrough, I think it was 2 to 3 videos at a dungeon. I think it depended on the dungeon itself.
Like, I have no problem like uploading a 45-minute video on my channel. I've done it plenty of times.
Yeah, it's just I try to at least condense it down. And you could probably beat a dungeon in 45 minutes technically, which at that point would be 1 video if you're doing it that way.
Well, I mean, like, I don't mind doing it, but only if like how I structure my videos is like I have a goal in mind to where I want to end it. And that's just usually how I go. It's just like if I get to it in 45 minutes, I get to it in 45 minutes. If not, then cool.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you have at least a good stopping point. Even if you don't get to that point, you at least know. Alright, well that's going to be the cutoff. We try again next time.
Yeah, I try and you know, have a goal in mind whenever I start recording. Like where I want to be at the end of the video.
That's pretty much how I am too, and that's why I usually do like at least 1 to 2 practice runs of a game before I start to record it, just for that reason. So I at least know how long does it take for me to do this X thing I want to do in a video. So like, yeah, for a Zelda game, for example, alright, I'm going to do a full practice run of a dungeon. Alright, how long does this take, and what exactly do I need to do? Okay, that tells me how many videos it will be, and how I'm going to structure it, where I'm going to start it, where I'm going to end it. It pretty much just tells me everything I need to know in just that one session.
I usually have, like, no problem. Like, I like to plan my stuff out beforehand, and I know whenever I get to a game, like, let's say if I let's play Breath of the Wild, for example.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that would be a hard one to route out.
That's gonna be really hard to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what do I do? Like, I don't know. I'd have to really plan out routes.
Yeah.
And I plan out routes in video games whenever I'm doing Let's Plays, but usually, like, for that, with how open-ended Breath of the Wild is, it's just like, what do I do?
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's so open to a point where it's hard to kind of route things out in a specific pattern for a specific amount of time, even when you know what you're going to do in that video.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of why I've been seeing a lot of people do like randomizer Let's Plays all of a sudden, mainly because of the Ocarina one being so popular. But like, how do you route that? You don't know what you're doing because it's all luck-based. So you can't route like, all right, I want to go through this entire dungeon because, oh, I don't even know if I can because I don't have the item. Stuff like that's really hard.
Yeah.
Which is why I've been doing those as streams over the years.
Yeah, that's something I'd stream if I had the option to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like people who are doing Let's Plays are bad. It's just
Nah. I mean, I understand why some people try that format because they're trying to lay it out in a simpler, congesting wise. Like people have an easier time watching like a 20-minute video compared to a 2-3 hour stream.
that's something I would pretty much stream.
Yeah. I always like to stream those randomizers, which is kind of funny to say that because my first one I ever did was in 2014, and then my second one was 2017. So yeah, let's take that time gap into some consideration.
Yeah, your Metroid Prime randomizer.
Yeah, it was like one of the first like full playthroughs I ever did on a stream. But to be fair, over the years, randomizers have been taking forever to build up. Like back then, the Metroid Prime randomizer was one of the only ones I knew that was actually complete. Because for years, there's been a lot of other ones, but they've been incomplete and kind of buggy. It wasn't until like the past couple months where at least the Ocarina and Wind Waker randomizers, I think, finally got complete.
Wait, there's a Wind Waker randomizer?
Yeah. It's basically structured in the same way that the Ocarina one is. It has pretty much all the same settings. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that one because I've seen some of it and it looks good. My biggest problem is because of how open-ended the game is, I feel like you're going to be sailing forever just looking for things.
Yeah.
And since there's less dungeons in the game, there's going to be more variety of you hunting down things in specific areas. You'll just be kind of like doing a wider search. Well, hey, at least they mod in the swift sail to the game so you can actually go fast. Which is cool because it's based off the GameCube version. I've demoed it a bit because that's one of the things I want to do on a stream playthrough as well at one point, just to make sure it works. And yeah, there's a swift sail one. You start off with the sword, shield. You start at either outside island or whatever island you pick. And you also start with the Wind Waker, the swift sail, and 2 songs, which is the 2 songs need to do anything in the game. The the Wind Requiem and then the teleport song, Battle of Gale, I believe.
Well, honestly, like with the swift sail, don't even really need the Wind Requiem, right?
Well, yeah, because it changes direction. You mainly need Wind's Requiem for puzzles. You don't need it for travel.
That's right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Also, you start off with the whole map filled out too, so you don't have to worry about filling out the map. You'll know exactly where to look and go. So if you're looking for something in one of the treasure charts, you can just pull it up on the map. You don't have to hunt down the fish, which is good because you may not even get the bait bag until the end, or you may never get it. Period. I've seen like funny things, like you can buy the iron boots technically from Beetle's shop and place the bait bag, so he sells you iron boots for 20 rupees, and it's hilarious. But man, those are some cheap shoes. But I want to at least test that. Like I tested it like about a week ago just to make sure it works. So I always like to play those things on official hardware whenever I can because it's more stable. So I tested it on my Wii and it works great.
Okay. Oh, the Wind Waker
Setting it
one?
up on the Wii was a little hard though. Because at first it didn't. At first I loaded up the game and it just loaded up normal Wind Waker. It's like, oh, okay. Let me repatch the game and see what happens, and then it worked. If you want to play on emulator though, it's weird because you have to download like a dev build of Dolphin to actually get to work. The normal build of Dolphin I think just crashes it. Which is what I actually have installed, so that I had to download the dev build just to make sure I can actually get the thing to work. Because I always test on computer first. And man, can I just say, now trying to find a GameCube ISO to download just for this kind of thing is next to impossible. I had to go deep in the internet to find one.
You had to go deep in the internet.
Yeah.
Don't go too deep.
Don't go on the deep web, please.
Not that deep web, no.
Don't,
The deep
don't do it.
emulator web.
That's just as dangerous.
This is true. Nintendo will be there ready for you with a cease and desist.
And the Nintendo Ninjas. I don't know, that terminology always makes me laugh when somebody says, oh, the Nintendo Ninjas got me.
Yeah,
Like,
to
oh
be
my
fair,
God.
I think this is the first time I hear Nintendo Ninjas. So,
You've never
yeah,
heard
that's
the term?
weird. No, I haven't heard that one yet.
Oh, wow. Nintendo Ninjas is pretty much just a word for to talk about their lawyer firm. People tell you to do the cease and desist.
I mean, it makes sense. First time I've heard of it, but it makes sense. Yeah, there you go. Now I defend the forks.
Now you're the fourth defender.
It almost sounds like if you say it too quick, it's gonna sound like a fort defender. Like, oh, good, I'm a defender of Fortnite. That's the last thing I wanted. I don't want to defend that meme game.
Chugga posted Twitter today. He says, There's some combination of words that are just funny read in one words. And he was a Fort King.
Oh yeah, there's another one.
I'm like, oh my god, Cheka, you really just. That's like saying, you know, when we were kids, everybody was like, oh, say sofa and king so fast. Now I'm at the mini boss of Lake Bed, so once I get the claw shot, things will get a little bit easier.
Usually in that dungeon, yeah. To be fair, that's still like one of the most useful items in that game, period. So it makes anything easier.
Claw shot, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad starting like Whip Majora's Mask, any kind of hookshot item you get isn't like an upgrade thing anymore. But man, that was like the one part about the Ocarina hookshot that sucked. The original's bad. Longshot's great. Oh, I actually learned something funny about that too. In original Ocarina, if you can modify the game's frame rate manually, then the hookshot actually extends further. So if you get the game to run at like 10 frames per second, you can hookshot the game's castle. It's like, it gets that long.
Wow.
If you run the game in like 0.05 frames per second, you can hookshot from like one end of Lake Hylia to the other.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious.
That is weird.
Yeah, I've actually done some of that before because I downloaded the practice ROM that they use for Ocarina speedrun stuff. And it actually allows you to edit the memory addresses of the game. One of them is related to frame rate. So I've done that before. It's like, alright, what does 30 frames Ocarina look like? And it looks so weird on N64. Like we're used to on 3DS, but on N64 it looks weird.
That is weird.
60 frames looks even weirder. Link can barely move. It's that bad.
Ugh.
The game lags like crazy.
Slow frame rate.
No.
You can't do anything in 60 in that game. Like, you try to do a side hop, for example, and it's like you're wearing iron boots. He barely moves. The game was definitely not designed for that. It's funny, though, because apparently the file select screen isn't 60 frames.
It is?
And it doesn't lag. Or at least it doesn't lag if you're playing anything but N64. N64 lags.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's also weird that, you know, you pull out sticks as an adult on the N64 and the game crashes. But on anything else, it's fine. Dude, I gotta show you this video. I'll load it up after this. If you watch someone pull out sticks as an adult on the Wii U VC, it's so hilarious because it works, but like half the textures deload. So you see like half of Link's body.
Oh my gosh.
That's a scary thought.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost want to spend the $10 and play through a little bit of the Wii U VC version just to see that for myself.
Well,
But I'll probably be like the worst $10 I'll ever spend in my life.
no, not really. I mean, like...
No, because that's the only reason why I would play it.
Well, if you're curious, I guess.
Pretty much, because honestly, I'd probably just play up to that point to see. I mean, one day maybe I'll pick it up just for the novelty's sake, but honestly, I don't like how Wii U Virtual Console looks for N64. It's very blurry and very dark. I have pretty much all those games on the Wii Virtual Console anyway, so I just play them on that.
Yeah, I get you. I've seen a lot of people say, you know, I'm quickly changing topics here. A lot of people were saying, why the hell does Final Fantasy only have 2 songs in Smash Brothers again? And I was just like, do you not realize this is a Square issue, not a Nintendo issue?
Yeah, that's why we only got 2 originally in Smash 4. Not just that, but it's still in development. I'm hoping they add more.
I'm hoping they add in more too, but in the same sense, you do realize that Square likes their soundtracks, and they want to sell it at a premium. So getting it in Smash would be really kind of a detriment to that idea. So that's why they only put in like 2.
Yeah. Not just that, but it's also one of those things where it's kind of a licensing hell to get those songs in general, so Nintendo can only do so much. So of course the Final Fantasy VII song is going to be easy to get. If they already got Cloud, they already have licensing for that game.
Yeah.
But anything else, it's kind of hard. And there's a lot of other games to pull from, which is why it's hard. By the way, I found that video I was talking about. So I'm just gonna link it to you here in our Discord so you can see what I was talking about with the
Let me see
disappearing
this.
texture glitch.
Okay, what's going on here? What the? Okay. Link's missing his body.
The water is also gone too. For people who are wondering what video I'm talking about, I'll link it here in chat. This is a video of basically pulling out a stick as an adult in Ocarina of Time on the Wii U Virtual Console. Everything just disappears.
Yeah, the water's gone, and the trees are gone too.
That is amazing.
Just wait until he does Z targeting.
What the heck? That's weird.
Does it actually upload stuff? Probably just that is so cool. Oh my god. Yeah, it's so
Apparently, from what I heard about that, the reason why that happens on the Wii U Virtual Console, no other version, is apparently the same issue that happens on PC emulators too. Apparently, there's like something wrong with like the video output codec that they use. So when that kind of thing happens, the game doesn't know what to load and what not to load, because you're pulling out an item that doesn't exist as adult. So apparently, it's the same issue that emulators on PC go through.
Oh my god.
So basically, the Wii U Virtual Console is just basically as good as Project 64. That's not good to hear.
Oh my gosh. Z targeting. Look what's happening on the top of the screen. Top and bottom of the screen.
It just gets glitchy.
It's just freaking out.
Why'd that miss? That bomb looked like it was gonna hit Riola.
That just looks weird.
It
Yeah,
does. It looks better on GameCube and Wii Virtual Console because if you pull out sticks as an adult, it's just Link holding nothing. That's it. That's all that changes.
Oh my god.
So it actually is more natural in a way.
Link's body's gone. That's weird. That is so funny though.
That is.
It is. There's a lot of like funny little things about that game visually. It's always fun to watch.
Okay, so now that I got claw shot, I think if I remember correctly, I can now come back in here and then like move the bridge around so that the water flows on the bridge.
Make it back here. Where'd he go? Dude keeps on circling around. Yeah, that's what I thought. You kept on going
it's
back and
fucked up.
forth between the wall. Time to make it rain.
Take it. Oh.
I mean, hey, the ink storm is really useful in Turf War. Don't knock it. It's actually really useful in almost all the modes in this game. The only one I really can't get much use out of is Rainmaker. And also, to a degree, Clam Blitz as well. But for tower control, Splat Zones, and Turf War is really useful. Because it's a good pushback. And it covers the area you need to defend.
Oh, okay.
If I don't have my ink missiles, I gotta have my ink clouds. It's a good substitute, at least. I wonder how that would have worked, though, in Splatoon 2, the Ink Strike. Because obviously you can't tap on a map anymore. You don't have a Wii U gamepad to do that for you.
Well, I mean, like, they could do what they do with the squid jumping and...
Yeah, I imagine it would have just pulled up a map and you would have to physically point to it.
point
So
to it.
it would have been the worst special if you weren't using gyro.
I need to actually go back to that room. I forgot. Need to get my stamp. My stamp.
But it's not.
But it's not important. I know. Trust me. I've said that the whole entire Let's Play.
Yeah.
I get one.
You're
Just
just
making
doing it
sure-
because it's 100%. Because it,
Yeah,
it technically fills up a checklist.
I mention in every part that I get a Meaver stamp. Make it some sort of snarky remark saying, glorified footstool. It's because that's what it is. Glorified.
No, you're not wrong.
It's what they are. They're kind of pointless. I know, I shouldn't be that way, but...
I mean, it's not wrong because they are pointless. It's just you do it if you want to say you got 100% now. Although,
yeah.
when I was playing the game, Meavers was still a thing. I collected all the stamps. I never used them once anyways. Because at that point, it didn't bother posting the Meavers. And even when I do, I never use stamps in games. I only posted something I wrote real quick and it's a picture. Half the time, it's just because of something weird or glitchy that happens in the game.
Yeah.
Now I got
Same
Twitter for that, obviously.
Yeah, they're like, oh, instead of having Meavers, you have Twitter. I'm like, yeah, but why can't you have both? What's wrong with both? I like Meavers.
Mods are either way too strict or they were eating a sandwich and let dicks on. That's kind of what happened, to be honest.
Or farting. Or
Yeah.
farting. Or... Yeah.
There's a lot of weird things that somehow got past the servers. Like, how did the mods not catch some of these things? I think my favorite all the time was running into the weirdest slang you would see on either the Meaver stage on Smash or Mario Maker levels.
Yeah.
Like, half the time you just run to the F-bomb. It's like, well, I guess the Meavers mods were taking a sandwich break. Put this one through.
I mean, as much as it was flawed, I like Meavers. And I'm sad it's gone. And I know Marley's really sad it was gone because he hasn't gone through all the Fire Emblem Awakening support conversation yet.
Yeah, I know that Meavers dying kind of killed a lot of games because there was a lot of games that kind of used that as some way of
Mario
gameplay.
Maker.
Well, yeah, Mario Maker kind of, well, it didn't really die, but definitely the communication levels died. It's still kind of active now just because people really like the game still. It's like one of the only reasons why some people still play on the Wii U.
I really hope that if they do make a Mario Maker, it'll be like Mario Maker 2 and not the port.
Well, yeah, I don't want to have like a straight port of it because why? That kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, people were already kind of upset they did that on the 3DS because there was nothing really they changed about it that made it worth porting. The only thing they did was neuter the game by taking away one of its most important things, downloading levels. Because that was a good idea.
That was kind of dumb.
I don't get why they did that, because the 3DS could have easily handled that. I think they did it just because they didn't really want to have that feature in the game. They just wanted to get it out quicker. So they figured, if this is going to take more time, just scrap it. Even though that's not a good idea. Okay, I seriously cannot tell who won. Half of the map is different color. Okay, that was
Oh my
ours.
gosh, you won by 5%.
Does not look like it, does it? It looks like it's a tied game.
There's the item I backtracked for. The useless green footstool.
I mean, at this rate, just call it toilet paper. Come on, just be honest.
Toilet paper. Well, toilet paper has uses though.
I mean,
I said,
gum on the
unlike-
bottom of your shoe. How about that?
Unlike, I was gonna say, unlike Lester, I'm gonna have to steal that now in my Let's Play.
There you go.
Lester, like my friend Lester's like, you compare it to toilet paper. Like, at least toilet paper has uses. Where Meaver stamps, nope, don't have any use. Because the service that even used them didn't even want them.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm so mean to Meavers. God.
It's not gonna know. It's dead.
Yeah. It's been buried for almost a year now. I don't think it's gonna be woken from the grave.
Somebody archived it, though. I'm kind of glad somebody.
Yeah,
archived
that's true. Because Nintendo was supposed to do that, but then they never sent anyone emails.
I never got an email confirmation about them saving it.
Never did I. They were supposed to send you your Miiverse logs if you opt in for that. Never got it. I don't think anyone I knew ever got it. So what was the point in that? It's just to make you feel better? Because it didn't work.
Nope. Booyah.
Fine, I'm gonna booyah too. There you go, I'm in the booyah club.
It's a booyah club. I finished Splatoon, and I finished the Octo expansion the other day. I think I already told you about that.
Yeah, and what'd you think of it?
I really did like it. It's just, it was really hard.
Yeah, it is hard. I mean, a lot of people kind of complain for that reason. Like, guys, that's a good thing. People actually thought the single player in this game was a little too easy.
I'm not complaining that it was too hard.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Like, it was honestly a good difficulty to me. I think the only times I thought that was a little too stupid difficult were those challenges where, like, mainly the ones where you have to destroy every single box in a specific pattern, and then they give you weapons that's next to impossible, like the blaster. Don't do a make a pattern with the box challenge with the blaster. You'll never do it. It'll always fail you.
There was this one that I just didn't like, and I had to save it for like one of the last ones I did. It was the one where you had to defend the orb. The guy gave you a bunch of weapons to choose from.
Oh, yeah.
And you had to defend the orb for like a minute and a half. All these Octotarians had to come over and try to destroy it.
Yeah.
That was annoying. I hated that one so much.
Yeah, you pretty much had to choose the one weapon that you were the best with and try to kill them all as soon as possible.
And to me, that was the pink roller.
Yeah, I was about the same, honestly. I think it was either the roller or the blaster you usually stuck with because of just how fast it kills. It really didn't matter which sub-weapon you went in because you barely used the sub-weapon in that one.
Yeah. Oh, I used the splashdown.
Yeah.
That helped.
Well, no, that's a special because the special you just get from anything. I always use the specials too. I mean, like the bombs. It did not matter which type of bomb you went in with.
No, but it didn't.
I mean, I had to do with all three of them because I wanted to say true 100%, and it's no different. Honestly, you don't get anything for actually beating all the missions with every weapon.
Did you do that with every
I did. It didn't do anything. Yeah, it's just for bragging rights.
I figured.
Yeah, because they, unlike Splatoon 2's normal single player, you don't unlock anything. Because if you do all the levels in single player with every weapon, you get to unlock those weapons for multiplayer. There's nothing like that for every weapon in the Auto expansion.
Kinda dumb.
It kind of is, because why give me all those options at that point? Besides variety, it doesn't really do much of anything else. Wondering how I was not hitting that roller. Aiming directly at the roller of my dually squelchers here. That kills. Come on.
That kills.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we won. I barely see green. Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
a 78 to 13. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we won. I'm betting someone dropped. That's probably what happened. No, actually, no one did. Their team just really sucked. Wow.
Y'all guys suck. Yeah, I'm gonna play Splatoon here in a little bit. Like I said, I just wanted to practice this up before I record it. I'm thinking about recording it later tonight if I can.
Yeah. Hopefully we're not at the Coliseum for too long tonight. I feel like that's mostly going to be our Kingdom Hearts session because those two bosses are hard.
You only got two things in that Coliseum left.
But both of them are hard bosses.
I'm laughing because watch him get good luck and beat him first try tonight.
I'll be a little bit... No, I'll be proud of him. I won't be angry. I'll be proud of him.
No, you'll only be angry if he gets the defender.
Yeah, if he gets the defender, he's gonna be...
Watch, I get the defender just for winning Coliseum, and that'll make you even more confused.
Yeah, make me even more confused. But if he gets defender, I'm gonna... That's what's gonna happen. This is my revenge for Security Hall 3 years ago.
Sweet, sweet victory.
Was it 3 years ago? 4 years
No, it was like
ago?
2012, dude. That was a long time ago.
Holy crap!
It's like 6 years ago.
I thought it was 3 years ago. God.
Yeah, that's when I
old.
first got my HD PVR. It was that long ago. 'Cause I don't even use that thing anymore. I don't even have it. It died.
I have it.
Well, no, yeah, you have a different one. Let's say you don't mind. That one died. Twice. Like, I got a new one, then it died like 3 months later. Like, good. Never buying a Hot Pog again.
Mine has had issues, but
Luckily, never had the one I had, because mine was the worst. The one I originally had to send in to get repaired for was basically a hardware malfunction, where something inside of it just died. Like, I remember it too. It was like, for progressive scanned video, you know, something that's super clean, it had lines going through everything, which is not supposed to be like that, and that's why I had to send it in. I told them the issue, and they immediately knew the device was broken. That was after a year of owning it. Actually, not even a year, because I got the thing near the end of like 2012, and I had to send it in like mid 2013.
yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm still rocking my 8 meter like and reportable by in 2014. Here it is 2018. That thing works perfectly still, and it's 4 years old. I just don't use it that much now because everything's going to one capture card. But I still have it around because there's some projects I'm going to need 2 cards for. I was just testing that the other day with something. Like, I have the upscaler, but then I dug out a standard F card to test something too. I have 2 capture feeds in one thing. Some games you kind of need that, like Wind Waker's a great example.
Yeah.
Because the Tingle Tuner, if you want to capture it, you're going to have to use the Game Boy player. And I can't do that with the upscaler as well. I mean, I only have one upscaler that costs $400, so I'm not going to buy another one. If I did, I'm going to buy a different one. And that's not anytime soon. I'm good. I like keep money, please.
I wish there was a way I could have recorded the Tingle Tuner stuff on my Let's Play of Wind Waker, but I really, to be honest, when I was playing GameCube, I only ever used Tingle Tuner and Wind Waker. The only time I ever used it was to get the Tingle items in the dungeons.
Yeah, that's
That
pretty
was
much
the only
really
time I
the only
ever-
use it had for most of the game, to be honest.
I'm still stuck.
Well, you got 2 methods of playing Wind Waker. You can play on the GameCube, or you can play it on the Wii U. I really
You can play a
suggest the Wii U.
randomizer if you really want to be confused too.
So tree. Awesome.
Yeah.
Except
Hey man,
one's
I found a
probably-
fully powered Master Sword underneath my house. Is that a good thing? I didn't know that was there.
Master.
Also, why am I playing as Tetra? That's not even a joke, by the way. You can actually play as some different characters if you
Why?
want. There are character swaps, so you can either play as like Tetra, you can play as Medley. I know they're working on other character swaps still too, but I think those are the only ones
Makar?
supported. I
can
think
play
they're
as
working on
Makar.
Makar, but he's not available yet. That one's gonna probably be harder to code in because he's small.
How do you play as Tetra?
Well, it's
You don't
basically the
play-
same size as Link, so you just do a character swap model.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
That's all they're
she's like-
doing. They're just swapping the models out.
I was like, you don't play as her in the game.
Exactly. And that's
You
why
can
it's more
play as
confusing.
Medley, you can play as Makar, but you can't play as Tetra.
Yeah, so imagine either Tetra or Medley's character model with Link's voice.
Oh my gosh.
And then there you go.
Why is my Google search showing Logan Paul? What did he do this time?
Oh,
That's
he's
a great
fighting
question.
KSI. He's doing a boxing match with KSI tonight.
Oh, that's why boxing's been trending and YouTuber.
You
I-
answered Lester's question. without-
I honestly thought
No.
YouTube went through some BS again. That's why people are talking about it. That's the only time I hear people talk about YouTube, is when they change something stupid. Hey guys, we just made an important update. We removed all your videos.
What?
More exciting news to come.
You just answered.
Subscribe to
Lester's-
YouTube Premium now, and you can get them back.
I think he's boxing. It said the fight with KSI and Logan Paul. Yeah, that's what. Logan Paul didn't do anything wrong this time.
Good, I
but-
hope he gets punched in the face. Hard. He deserves it.
Yeah.
KSI anyways. I don't even know.
Another YouTuber.
I still hope he gets punched hard in the face by KSI.
I hope so too.
This is for filming dead suicide bodies punch.
I literally just loaded up Google to search for something real quick for my game, and first thing I see is Logan Paul. Like, what did he do this time?
No, he didn't do anything bad this time. It was just
Give it time.
give it time. Give it a couple minutes.
Yeah, he'll find a way to screw up. Then you have to make another apology video you don't mean.
Yeah.
That seems to be the running trend anymore. If someone makes an apology video, it's not an apology video. They basically come out not apologizing and make themselves look worse.
Just like that one guy on that did the plagiarism.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think he's ever going to be a journalist again. I don't think anyone wants to hire someone like that.
I think he's pretty much blacklisted at this point.
I would not be surprised. Like, I have a lot of hatred towards IGN. I really do think they're the joke of gaming review journalisms, but at the same time, I have a lot of respect for them actually handling the situation really well and looking into things immediately. Like, honestly, that's probably the best move they could have made for this kind of situation. So props to them for actually taking care of this in a very clean manner.
Yeah, IGN did the right thing, but I mean, I'm not even blaming the IGN.
You have
on
to
this
wonder
situation.
why he even did it in the first place.
Because it's easy. Because he's lazy. That's
Yeah,
all it
exactly. Like, they teach you all the time in, like, high school and college, never to plagiarize, because it may be the easy thing to do, but at the same time, you're stealing someone else's work, and this is what happens when you steal someone else's work.
is. People call you out on it. And
Not
then
just
get
call you
blacked.
out, but it jeopardizes your whole career, not just one job.
Yeah.
So again, I don't think he's going to ever be a journalist again, because no one's going to want to trust you writing if you plagiarized this much before. No, it's not just a one-time offense, it's basically everything he wrote was fake.
Everything he wrote was fabricated. Pretty much everything.
Even his own personal stuff was fabricated. Which is stupid. It's like, how? How do you not have that much creative freedom for your own thing if you're going to plagiarize? So stupid. I get using stuff as a reference to get an idea of what to start to say, but you have to change it to your own unique words, not basically copy and paste it and change like 3 words.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I admit, I've used other people's work before to actually make my own, but you know how I did it? I used it as a template, I get an idea, and I put my own opinion into it. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You don't
That's kinda
just
how
take it and remove 3 words and boom, now it's my opinion.
Or if I'm using someone else's footage, like if I'm using like prime example I use is I really felt bad about this too, and I contacted the guy afterwards because I had an incident where there was this really good Golden Sun artwork, and I didn't realize, and I completely forgot, and I felt bad about it, but there was this Golden Sun artwork that I used in my video, and I didn't give credit, and I should have.
Yeah,
But
because especially
what
when
I
it
did
comes to
was-
something like that, yeah, you want to at least reference it, give it some kind of credit.
But after I realized, oh shoot, I did that. I went to the guy's DeviantArt and I wrote him a letter, and I said, look, I accidentally used your art, and I didn't mean to. I completely wasn't just paying attention at all, and I used it. I messaged him, and I said, I hope I can help in some way. What I did was I gave credit in the description of the video, put it up there and saying this artwork is, so and so's. It's not mine. So I at least tried to fix the problem.
Yeah.
I felt really bad that I did that because I have one of our good friends is an artist, and and Amber is an artist too. I really do not want to take anybody's stuff without telling, saying,
Oh, yeah.
hey, this is somebody work on this. And anytime that someone ever, I use something in someone else's work, like a recent episode of Twilight Princess I just
Did
uploaded.
that guy ever message you back though?
No, he actually never messaged me back, but I noticed his description says my artwork is free to use. So,
Yeah, so
I
he basically knew you did at the time, at least, if he probably read the
Yeah.
email. Well, he didn't really have anything to say back, because he pretty much already allowed it.
yeah, that's what I was saying. He probably saw it and then changed changed his description. But I used a map on Twitter, like on the Forest Temple map, and I cited the source where I got the artwork. It was a Prima Guide map.
Yeah.
So I said source was Prima Guides. So,
Yeah, because honestly, like back then when I did the map stuff, like the last time I did it was Ocarina, because honestly it was hard to keep up with after a while. But what I did back then actually is I made them all from scratch from one point, basically taking maps from like the game itself. But after like I think Jabu, after that I had a friend back at the time help me with that, and he just made me templates to use for all my maps. He just did the entire thing for me.
That's nice.
Yeah. No, dude's still like real cool. I don't know if he still does any kind of graphic stuff at this point. I don't think so. But like, he was a big help back then when I was still doing that kind of thing. Because Ocarina was probably the most heavily edited kind of layout thing I did for a playthrough, but it was just too much to keep up with. I made so many mistakes back then. It was insane. Once the annotations finally die on YouTube, there's going to be a lot of like mistakes on like hard pieces or sculpture information on that playthrough.
It's okay, Lester.
Oh yeah, no, I don't mind that. It's gonna happen.
Would you ever redo your Ocarina Let's Play?
If I did, I was gonna use either the 3DS version or just Master Quest, which honestly I might just do Master Quest because I'm not getting a 3DS capture card when they're impossible to get. So we'll play Master Quest on GameCube.
Unless we ever come and see you, and I'll just let you lend mine.
Hey, look over there. Swipes 3DS capture.
I need it for a Let's Play.
How many? All of them.
All the Let's Play.
I mean, I got away with using some footage I needed from a 3DS emulator earlier in the year for Ocarina of Time. My only complaint playing that way is doing anything on the touchscreen, because you have to click on the screen to do it. I had to use a PS4 controller with the touchpad to get away with that easily, and it was still a pain to do. So yeah, it'd be more preferred if I play on an actual system. At that point, like I said, I'll probably just use the GameCube version. Because there's really not much they changed between GameCube and 3DS for Master Quest. Besides flipping it and having you take double damage, it's basically the same game.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be right back, Lester. I gotta let the dog out.
You gotta be kidding me. That's like a point. That's like 1%. 1.1. Come on. If I didn't die, we would have won. That sucks. I'm mad.
I'm mad.
It's all your fault, Lester. They're gonna
Yeah.
kick you off the team now.
This is why I'm not uncompetitive to Splatoon. I'll never be accepted on team. They'll just kick me because I die. It's funny how we're a little over an hour in. I haven't used a full thing of experience up yet. Like I thought by now we would have had the refill. It's kind of weird.
Did I distract you, Lester? I'm sorry.
No, I just died because I'm bad.
Horrible. Horrible.
I just noticed that in the background. That's really cool. Someone made a Shovel Knight spoon drawing. That's pretty cool. Let's get spooning? Actually, no, let's not say that. That sounds creepy. Let's get shoveling. We'll leave it that way.
No, I need an adult. Even though I'm an adult, and the other adult just left.
I swear, if the slogan they use for the artwork is "Let's get spooning," how did that get through the Splatoon servers?
Yeah. Nintendo, where you at?
Get off your sandwich break.
Man, they had a long sandwich break.
Yeah, seriously.
So that's pretty cool now. Shovel Knight artwork is always fun to look at.
Oh yeah. I mean, the games are just great in general. So it was always nice to see some artwork.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. Wow, I got 2 kills with that. Nice. That was a good bomb throw, I guess. Quick, everyone in their base now. While it's still open. That's a lot of bubbles. Get out of there. How am I not dead? I'll take it. I just don't know how I keep on living. There are
Why
games
are you
like this where I get confused. Alright, there's the death. Alright, that took longer than I expected. Wow, did they seriously? How the heck? They pushed their bubbles out of bounds. Good going, guys. You're supposed to pop those before they leave the map.
They don't know how to play Splatoon?
I wouldn't be surprised, but now they're getting good. Man, I hate it when the last 30 seconds I turn it on, they're good. Turn it off. It's kind of a problem. We're in danger. Get out of danger. Yeah, actually, we just lost in the last 30 seconds. Oh, come on. How do we have such a great game and then the last 30 seconds, we basically forgot how to play Splatoon?
I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
These are those kind of games I always hate. Like, we did so good, and then all of a sudden, no one wanted to play anymore, so we lost. Seriously, what just happened?
I'm tired of Splatoon right in the middle of a match.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I see some people actually do that on streams, too. Like, alright, I just died. Let's just go ahead and watch a YouTube video. I was like, why? You're in the middle of a game. You're one of the worst teammates.
Some people.
You know, it's only been about a week since OPS did its major update, but I'm still trying to get used to the alphabetized mic stuff. It kind of annoys me now, just because my microphone's on the bottom. For the longest time, it was on the top of the list.
Did you go and get that other update I told you about?
Yeah, and thanks for the heads up, because I only installed that one, and now my virtual cam plug works without the 32-bit version. So I guess the 22.1 fixed that issue with some 32-bit plugins immediately. Which was kind of interesting. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a problem, because all I did was just install an extra version, things worked perfectly, but it's like, alright, well, this is just kind of stupid. And it was like 2 days, and boom, here's an update. I always hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
It's like, we worked so hard on making this program very, very expansive now, and oh, wait, I forgot something. Hang on, let me just re-update this.
Don't know why they did that.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I just hope one of the next updates actually adds the one feature I've been wanting for a long time. Move around your microphone inputs at will instead of alphabetized. Like, that's a cool option, but can I just drag them myself? Like, move mine up to the top if I want it on the top of the list?
Yeah.
That's kind of annoying how that's still not a thing yet, but you can alphabetize it now. Like, okay. Cool. I mean, I guess at that point, the only way to get around is, like, name your microphone, like, number 1, microphone. And that's automatically at the top. That's kind of dumb. Speaking of dumb, guys, stop dying. What's going on? Jeez! Why did he have to drop on my head with dualies? Give me a dang heart attack, why don't you?
Come on, come on.
Yeah, I don't think you want a booyah, guy. We just lost. I'm gonna go kill myself. Let's have fun.
Booyah! We lost!
Yeah. Yeah! We sucked! Come on. That's not how you celebrate. Like, you know that was a bad game for you when their top player on the opposite team did not get a single kill. Like, come on. Ow.
Yeah.
They won by literally just looking down and spraying. I mean, that is the purpose of this mode, but still, holy crap. You have to at least get one kill.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Apparently not, and they still win. Oh great, Ninja's playing this game next. What shooter do you don't play?
Really, Lester?
Well, my teammates just call Ninja Cats. Like, oh good. Now we're here too, huh? Fight your friend Drake. Then we'll get all the views. I just find it hilarious that guy is literally like a proper celebrity just because he played Fortnite and had a lot of people watching him. Like, God. Can I get that lucky, please? Where's my sponsorships? I do the same thing.
Yeah. For real.
Some people just have it way too easy, I swear. They jump through every single hurdle that most content creators have online because I got lucky with one kind of super popular person noticing them, and boom! Here comes 6 million viewers.
Enjoy your mansion.
Yeah,
Eventually.
seriously. Okay, that's a mess next to the door. I don't think having the door shut for once was a bad thing. Yeah, I think I actually saved one of my teammates.
Well, that was lucky.
Yeah, and honestly, they're the one who's caused it, because we can't shut the door. We can only open it. Yeah, I'm surprised to see someone using the flings of roller, because no one ever uses that kind of roller. I think it's kind of popular consensus that like it's one of the worst weapons in the game. And yet here's someone using it. I think the reason why a lot of people don't like it is because it's way too slow on its vertical fling. But it's very fast for its normal fling, so people only use like a normal roller. So because of that, half the time it's kind of useless, because they jump. And if you jump, it's vertical fling, which takes like a full 2 seconds to get to work, I swear. It's like a second or two just on wind up. Okay, I think we won, especially with all that ink and the opposite. They didn't even finish inking their side. Okay, what am I talking about? We easily won. Like, there's so much bear over there. If I can see the floor, come on. Two of them didn't even get kills.
Amateurs.
Get good
and
scrubs.
How the fuck are they level 50 something then?
Yeah, seriously, they get no kills and not finishing inking their map. How are they this high leveled? Is it like they let someone else play the game and then they like had the controller handed off to someone who's new?
Yeah, for real.
Like, come on.
I mean, to be fair, if I had never played Splatoon 1, I'd probably do the same thing. But you're supposed to just kill everyone, right?
This is a team deathmatch, right? You have to shoot the walls to get points, right?
Okay, now you're just making fun of me.
No one ever uses the map in Splatoon 2, right? All the novice mistakes. I've heard some people say, like, because they don't use gyro, which I can understand, I've heard some people say the map is useless in this game, like, don't super jump. That's the worst idea. You're not a good player if you do that, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be blunt on that one, because the map is super crucial in this kind of game. And super jumping half the time is also super crucial. It really depends on your mode.
Why would they have that in there if it wasn't important?
Exactly. Like, I've heard some people say they don't use super jump now because they don't use the gyro, so it's kind of awkward to aim. Okay. Up, down, left on the D-pad. Will point you to a teammate and you super jump to him. So even if you don't use gyro, there's a quick way to do it. So, yeah, super jumping is still super crucial in some modes, like, oh, I don't know, splat zones, where you have to keep on getting to a center point. It's kind of important.
But Nintendo didn't put it in there for a reason, guys.
Yeah, right. Oh, good. I got the hypocrite.
Fine, I'll leave then.
No, a different hypocrite.
Excuse me? Fine, you can go fail in Kingdom Hearts night then.
I mean, that's gonna happen regardless. We know it to be true.
I'm just joking.
Alright, now let me do this side here, because apparently no one on my team wants to actually ink our territory, because that's smart. This is how we lose, guys.
Amateurs.
You're all the actual hypocrites, not the other guy that's actually named Hypocrite.
Maybe he's the smart one.
Yeah, seriously. He probably inked his territory like most people should. I always feel weird when I say it that way, too. It almost makes me sound like you're talking about a dog. Ink your territory.
You offended my dog because she screamed at you after you said that.
Apparently, I didn't mean offense by comparing you to Splatoon 2.
Golly.
That was kind of weird, I know.
Alright, Molly. Are you okay? Why'd you scream? Did Lester really offend you? I know, he's a meanie butt.
I know I have very controversial opinions.
God, Lester, you, like, who do you think you are having an opinion about something?
I know, right? I mean, come on.
Don't you know that you just have to agree with everything?
Yeah, exactly. Let me just give my personal stance on emulators, and everyone hates me. Got it.
And I'm blocked on everything.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Let's talk politics. Let's not. You die if you do.
Please don't bring that up.
No. Alright, so let's have our important vote go all the way right now. Here's the most important politics. Fork or spoon? That's the only vote that matters, right?
I wonder if, like, you actually went on Twitter right now and hashtagged it, would it actually trend?
Oh, well, Nintendo already does that kind of thing. Every Splatfest, the Nintendo Versus Twitter account puts out a poll asking which team would you pick. So that already exists. It doesn't get trending ever, but it's there.
Like, if it actually did trend, like, the news sites would pick it up and be like, what is this?
People talk about Splatoon. This is new to me. It's the only time you ever see that kind of thing happen is maybe like at a GDQ if the game's doing really good. Like, there's a lot of viewers watching the run, so they're all talking about that specific game on Twitter.
No, I was gonna say, like, if a news site like Fox or CNN or something actually picked it up, you know they'd actually talk about it because they're that stupid.
You know it's a slow news day.
Yeah, like, they would actually do it. It's like, oh my god, that's not surprising. Because look at the stuff they talked about on there before.
I mean, recently, I don't know why I'm getting these video recommendations, but I'm seeing Game Informer's YouTube account, and they keep on sharing, like, PS1 and PS2 memory card finds for some reason. Guys, are you really having that slow of a news day that you gotta talk about memory cards from a PS2? Of what saves you found on a pawn shop card?
Look at this ancient item that's only like 15 years old.
Let's see what's on this PS2 memory card.
Porn. That's what you're gonna find.
Lots and lots of porn. On the PS2? Yes, on the PS2.
I mean...
To be fair, I think the
not-
Xbox 360 has more of that. That's all they really used it for in Japan, so...
Yeah.
Hey guys, you wanna play Halo and Gears of War? Nah, we're gonna play porn games. That's all I bought my 360 for, right?
Like the whole guy game or whatever that thing was.
Yeah. Well, that was just an accidental adult-rated game. Oops.
It's still a thing.
That's true. That's why I laugh about it. And it's one of those things that's debatable. It's like, is this technically legal to own or is it not?
Yeah.
It's like, I want to have every single game for, like, the Xbox. Problem is, I have to own the guy game, and now I feel a little dirty. What should I do?
Don't let your friends see it when they come over.
Yeah. Hey, let me see your full Xbox collection. Here's the guy game. Oh, you're not my friend anymore. But it's a full Xbox collection. I need it.
You ever been in a pickle such as this? Guys, I am so horny.
And then Lester just lost his Twitch.
And now we lost the partnership. Any future stream events are now canceled because I'm banned.
Fellas, I am so horny.
I think still my favorite video thing I seen from Scott the Watts was from his Brawl video of him just reacting to how everyone's first reaction would have been back in the day watching the Smash site. There's gonna be effing stages?
There's gonna be effing stages?
Like every Smash Bros. Reaction to every Smash piece of news. That's not wrong. I've actually seen it that bad.
You see a picture of Sonic, he bursts his cup.
That's pretty accurate though back in the day. But I like how he's like nice when he looks at a banana peel.
Nice.
Lester was just telling me about a news site that they're so bored with their life. Apparently, they're doing things on PS2 memory cards.
Yeah, like I've been seeing Game Informer's YouTube channel all of a sudden pop in my recommendeds, and one of their videos is like, let's look at this PS2 memory card and see what's on it. We bought this at a pawn shop. Let's see what saves we got. Slow news day, Game Informer.
I mean, I could, if that was a regular like YouTuber and stuff like that, like who
Yeah,
were just known
no, it was a
to
proper
punch
channel,
and stuff.
sure, but not like a news channel like Game Informer.
Nah, not like that at all.
Like they're known for reporting about games before they come out and reviewing things, not by doing random pawn shop pickups.
Gosh. Game Informer's owned by GameStop too. That makes it even worse.
Yep. I think it'd be worse if they said, let's look at this PS2 memory card we found at GameStop. Currently now on sale. Go buy it today. Like, it was like a blatant ad. They would find a way to try that. I mean, they kind of forced it to ThinkGeek.
Yeah.
I think I have one more game in me before I have to refill my experience ticket. So I hope I'm right. Otherwise, I'm gonna enter a game with no experience up, and I hate that.
I'm still laughing at the fact that you mentioned about the Brawl video. It's like, there's gotta be effing stages!
That's still one of my favorite clips that he ever did in a video. It's just, it's so accurate, I swear. I hear, oh, yep, I'm entering a game with no experience. All right, next game I have to back out. But no, I actually hear people go... I hear people go online nowadays and freak out about the most mundane thing with Smash Ultimate. Like, oh my god, this, here, let me show you this video. This is accurate.
There's gotta be effing stages!
Guys, Fountain of Dream is back. Let me show you this video.
Like, I'm excited the Fountain of Dreams back, but it's not like something I'd like.
I don't think it's a news topic.
No.
And this is why you don't subscribe to Game Explain. Sick burn. Okay, now that I made the joke earlier, I'm actually legit curious to see what that Shovel Knight poster says. I really hope it doesn't say, let's get spoony. I can't stop thinking about that when I seen that, and it's making me concerned.
You spoony bard.
Imagine that as a cheat code for Shovel Knight. Change every word to spoon. Instead of the butts, it's the spoon.
You know something that irritated me the other day? I actually saw a video of it today, but I did see it when they
Everything's
announced it.
irritating you lately.
Well, this one especially, because considering that, you know, Lester, a lot of games me and Lester like are indie games. There's a lot of indie games that we just absolutely love.
Oh yeah, they're great.
But like, it was like, you know, when Nintendo announced the Nindies showcase
Oh yeah.
for next week. Yeah. There was a top comment that had like over 100 some odd likes complaining about it's like, we want to see actual games, not this fucking shovelware. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Wow. Okay. Yeah, we'll just say that all these games that so many independent people have worked on for years are shovelware crap. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's not like we're showing Carnival games 20 times. That's actual shovelware.
Just it irritated me. I was like, dude, are you freaking kidding me, dude?
Yeah, some people are just kind of biased because some people just really only care about AAA games. So they see anything indie, they pretty much already announce as crap. Which is stupid because those games anymore are honestly getting better than AAA titles. Because I swear, there's more love and passion put into indies than actual AAA games.
Yeah, I mean, like, freaking Shovel Knight and freaking Freedom Planet and
Hat in Time. I mean, heck, look at the next piece of DLC, and heck, they're gonna make, if you download the DLC day one when it comes out, you're gonna get it for free. How many games do you know who actually want to do that nowadays? I can name very, very few. And most of them are indies.
And I know a lot of people don't care for this game, but I do. I like Ukulele, and that's an indie game.
Yeah, like it's not bad. I liked it.
I like Ukulele.
Oh, I just squeezed through that. Here, guys, I'll help you.
Don't really understand. I mean, like, maybe it's not as great as Banjo-Kazooie was, and it was kind of
definitely not.
Agree. But you know, for a 3D platformer, I thought it was just fine. I thought it was great.
I still personally think Hat in Time is much better, but it's almost a
That's
completely different
fine.
kind of game, honestly, because it's a 3D platformer more than a 3D collectathon, and that's what Yooka-Laylee is. And I knew a lot of people wouldn't like it when it came out because it's basically the Banjo-Tooie DK64 style collectathons, and not many people like those anymore. So of course that same response is going to happen to Yooka-Laylee. If you don't like those kind of games, if Yooka-Laylee is going to be the same, I don't know why so many people were surprised that it's basically the same as those games.
Yeah.
It really confused me. Especially when reviewers were looking at it and saying that this game is nothing like they promised. Like, are you serious? It is! You just didn't play those games that they actually compared it to.
Yeah.
I
hate
laughed
that.
about that. This is nothing like Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, it is. It's just that apparently you haven't played Banjo-Tooie, which is what they based this off of. It's kind of funny for that reason.
It's actually exactly like Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
That just shows you people didn't play those games when they were younger.
Oh, yeah.
They just wanted to ride hype trains, and that's one reason why I can't stand it when people do that.
Oh, yeah. I can't get on board any hype trains nowadays because it overblows things. Like, I say it all the time anymore, but I don't like the Smash hype train because it's a little too in-depth.
I like listening to people's opinions, but in the same sense, but like when it gets to the point where there are people obviously getting like super duper excited about franchises they never really played. Like, oh
Yeah,
my
like
God.
that's where I kind of draw the line personally. That's why I can't watch any of the videos. I'll talk about the stuff with friends, but I cannot watch any of the Smash videos because a lot of them are pretty much, here's why this character has to be in this game, and here's why I think this character being in is the best idea since sliced bread. Like, well, guys, calm down. Some things are a little overblown, and that's my biggest complaint. Like, we joke about the characters all the time, like Goku and Shrek being in the game. Like, man, that'd be amazing if they'd be in as a joke. But some people actually think that would be a serious reason to get characters in, serious ones to add. Like, no, no, you're dumb.
No.
At that
The only
point, let me
person-
add my
only
sock to the game. It'd make more sense than Goku being in.
The only characters I can really see, like, having kind of Goku-esque status getting in Smash Brothers is when, and it's very minor. I mean, like, this is super duper minor. Like, you know, if Sora gets added to Kingdom Hearts,
Yeah,
you know Donald and Goofy are gonna show up.
in some fashion. Whether they be related to Sora as an attack or like a final smash or maybe an assist.
Yeah.
You said if Sora gets added to Kingdom Hearts. I'm like,
I meant to spin Smash.
Hey, you don't know.
Sorry.
Sora isn't in some Kingdom Hearts games, so he can't be
He's not
bad.
in Kingdom
He can
Hearts
add him
yet.
back into it.
Add him to Kingdom Hearts. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's not in games like Birth by Sleep, so let's add Sora back to Kingdom Hearts. Sorry, change that order prediction. That never works, but we're gonna do it anyways because people think it's still a good thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
that's okay. I thought it was funny.
But you know what I mean. It's just like if Donald and Goofy end up in Smash Brothers, it is possible for them to show up. That's because they're part of the game. That's like Goku. It's not the same situation as Goku being added.
Yeah, because he has no real chance because he's not an actual game character. He's an anime character that's been in video
Yeah,
games.
you know,
It's kind of different.
Actually, you want to be technical. You're a manga character.
Well, yeah, because that's technically how he first started. But people are nowadays like, what's a manga? So it doesn't really matter in argument. Can this one guy get out of our base? He's been here for like a minute and a half. No one can kill this dude. And he's killing us. And now the rest of the team's in here. What's going on? There, finally. He's dead. I gotta clean up his mess, which is gonna push us down to the last minute mark. Man. What a weird game.
Oh, apparently when I was in the restroom earlier, I was looking at my phone. The Logan Paul KSI fight apparently was kind of like so bad that because you can kind of tell it was staged.
Not surprised.
I was like, oh my gosh, no. They're trying to milk it. They're trying to milk it, so they're doing that.
Yeah. So hi there, 123. Ask me, okay? How you doing?
Hello.
Okay, can we turn this around? That'd be great.
But yeah,
I'll make up for the weird minute and a half where nothing was able to be done.
Goku's not gonna be in Smash in the story. People need to stop requesting him because it's impossible.
Well, yeah.
Everybody's like, well, you know what? Nothing's impossible. I said, yeah, that is impossible. Sorry. I don't think Sakurai would. I think Sakurai just threw out those requests whenever he sees them.
Well, he put in the rules when he made that Smash battle years ago, and if he's still using the battle, which most people already know, then that's part of the rules back then, still kind of apply now. Don't have characters that didn't originate from a video game. Guess what? That didn't originate from a video game.
Like I said, the only possible, like I said, it was so minor that I don't think it even would.
Holy crap,
be
we actually turned that back around. The first minute and a half, everyone died, we couldn't leave our base, and everyone else from the air team was in the base. And then we win by like 30%. That's insane.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't understand what some of these requests are, and I kind of agree with you that the Smash speculation's kind of really toxic. I like listening to some people's opinions on stuff and listening to some things, but like the thing that really bothers me the most is when a character doesn't get added. Like, it's like confirmed as an assist trophy. That's when the real toxicity comes out.
Yeah, that's why I just can't follow the toxic scene. I just don't like toxic scenes anymore in general. I don't care what it is. Oh, that's interesting, by the way. Like, I didn't know you found me on YouTube Hastmate. Normally, I don't have people who come to the stream who see the things on YouTube I post. So that's cool. Like, people say they seen my YouTube videos before, but not like the actual stream itself. That's cool. And you also Team 4. Nice.
Team 4.
You represent the good ones.
I guess I'm gonna have to be Team 4 whenever I start playing. Gotta be Fork Boy.
Yeah, right.
But I swear, it's like the thing that really bothers me about it too is like assist trophies are now relegated as this toxic thing now. Nobody wants in the game. So just like, why are you complaining about that? Your character's getting something represented. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. People wanting Waluigi in Smash Brothers are saying, you know, are complaining about how, you know, well, he shouldn't be relegated to assist trophy. I said, man, my character that I wanted in Smash Brothers for the longest time wasn't even in Smash 4.
Yeah.
He was taken out of.
Period.
He was completely removed. Period. And you had the gall to complain about him being an assist trophy. Man, I'd kill for that. I'd wish he'd be an assist trophy.
It's still representation, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I get why people want to say that because it'd be cool to play as them, sure, but at the same time, don't make it demands and, to a degree, death threats. Like, that's the worst. Don't even be that person, please.
So stupid. I hated that. Like, poor Sakurai doesn't deserve that.
Yeah, because I know not all the fans are like that, because I've seen some good Waluigi fans, but man, most of that fan base I've seen is pretty toxic now, and that's bad. Like, you never want to see a toxic fan base.
And honestly, if I was Sakurai, I'd never put him in. I'd never put him in.
I mean, now I'm pretty sure he's going to debate that one, yeah.
That'd make me so mad I would never put him in again.
Oh, that's Giant Gatling. Don't even bother going head on.
Team Folk.
Man, everyone was going for the Gatling. I threw a bomb, teammate was walking up, and then there was Teta missiles going for him. Everyone wanted him dead. Which is a good and bad thing, because now we're all dead too. So we kind of put too much focus on one guy.
Oops.
Yeah, that's kind of why I ran and threw a bomb. That way it at least does something, but, you know, my attention isn't only on one thing. Guys, please. I'm seeing some of my teammates not get out of a bunch, and that's very concerning.
He said that was very concerning that they just being in a bunch.
Well, because they're all dying at that point. If you stay grouped up, it may be good if you're effective, but you're not. You're just kind of laying out my teammates to die if you're in a group. Because if one dies, the guy right behind him dies a second later.
Yeah.
Normally in a turf war, you don't want to stay grouped. Other modes, sure, but not in turf war. Like, we died so many times. I know for a fact this is a loss. We're still in danger. Man.
Danger. Danger, danger, Will Robinson, danger. Man, the big boss key is so confused. The room where he's in is so confusing to navigate.
Yeah.
That's why I said
refresh this capture card real quick. 'Cause I think it just randomly reset itself because there was like a second delay. That was weird. Oh, that's way better. Yeah, because I heard something like unplug and plug itself in. It's like, well, that was random. I don't know what that is, but I hear that every once in a while on this computer. I would like to know what that is whenever I hear that sound effect, but I can never catch it in time. Really? Okay, can I just ban that other level 77 guy in the other team? I don't like his name. Dabpool. Come on, no. Get out of here. I'm gonna kill him immediately. If I see him, I'm not gonna care about inking. I'm just gonna shoot him in the head. No, your name's bad. You should feel bad.
Dabpool.
No dabs.
My name's Dabpool.
No dab. To be fair, of all the characters I can see, Deadpool is the one I can actually see doing that. And that's very concerning. Yeah, I've seen so many dabbing emotes on Twitch, and I was like, guys, please don't do this. Don't add to the fuel. Dabbing is so dumb.
I'll do my Fortnite dance.
Oh, that's even worse in some ways, because those have dabs, and half the dances look super awkward.
I don't think I'm ever gonna play Fortnite.
Okay, good, I got him. Now I feel relieved. And he dropped it from my face too. It's like, it's a miracle. Now I can shoot you.
It's a miracle.
Now, at one point, I still need to at least try Fortnite once, just to see what the craze is about, but I'm not doing that on my own. That'd be bad.
I'm not gonna play Fortnite. I've played it one time, and I didn't understand what I was supposed to do.
I mean, that sounds about right, because it's way too big of a game to just kind of understand through the first match. It seems one of those games you gotta play for a bit to understand the rules. Especially when you want to play in the first 10 seconds, you'll probably die.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I killed you. There was a Matthew in this game.
At least with Splatoon, it was like kind of told you at the beginning of the game what.
Well, that and you have the single player, so even if you don't know how to play the multiplayer, the single player really helps to teach. There's nothing like that in a giant multiplayer game like Fortnite, for example.
I don't have time to play when I'm playing video games anymore.
Yeah,
really,
pretty much.
The have to learn thing.
Yeah.
Like play enough matches to understand how this game works. I kind of want to know right off the bat because it's kind of, I don't know.
It's a lot more helpful than just being dropped in and say go, because at that point, man, it's very rough, and it takes the fun out of it. Because if you don't know how to play, you're not gonna have fun.
That's not inclusive at all to people who want to play.
No, that's why I don't like playing a lot of fighting games, to be honest. Because a lot of fighting games, unless you go out of your way for the tutorial mode, don't really have a way to teach you, like Street Fighter. You just have to kind of learn as you go. Unless you go out your way for a tutorial by reading every menu, which is not a good thing to do in my opinion. It takes a lot of fun out of it.
Yeah.
And then you have games like Fighter Z, which do a really bad job of it too, where they have a good single-player mode to teach you everything. Problem is the single-player modes are garbage. They teach you too much. Like, I don't need to learn how to block every 6 matches. Yeah, so I think we'll probably at least have time to get in, like, maybe 2 more games before we go ahead and call it a night for Splatoon. And then we'll go ahead and get ourselves set up for some Kingdom Hearts, which is basically boss mode.
Where are you? What are you now? Are you still?
I'm at Champion. I'm almost halfway through Champion, which is kind of interesting. I'm mainly just doing this for the experience and possibly to get more chunks on my shirt, because I really don't care to get the King. I have over 200 snails. I think I'm okay. I never really spend snails. I maybe spend them every once in a while, because most of the time I just try to grind out chunks for my stuff. I don't bother re-rolling, so I save a lot of snails because of that. Like, what do I do with all my 248 snails?
What am I doing without my 240 snails?
I gotta find use of these things soon. At that point, I'll probably just end up using a lot of them to add chunks to gears that only have like 1 or 2 slots. Honestly, adding slots is the best use I always find for snails in Splatoon. That's pretty much what I mainly used them with for Splatoon 1. To be fair, though, in Splatoon 1, there was a cheap trick you could do to re-roll your gear without having to spend too much, because you can back up your save files on Wii U. Can't do that on Switch, so that cheap trick's gone.
No.
I mean, maybe it'd be possible with the cloud saves, but I don't think you have control of what save is uploaded. I think it'll just automatically do it. And even if you could re-download it, I don't know if it'll cause issues. So I don't think it would work in the same way. I think that cheap trick is just dead.
Maybe that. Hey,
No
maybe
more saves
that's
coming.
the reason why they. Maybe that's why the reason why they got rid of the.
Well, you know, Nintendo kind of rushed the Switch out. I'm thinking Nintendo rushed the Switch out, to be honest.
Yeah.
I watched a video yesterday. It was a really good video explaining why basically every single third-party dock can have a very high potential to brick your Switch. And it's because Nintendo uses their own proprietary standard when you dock the Switch for power consumption. And the only things that know that proprietary standard is the official dock and the official power cord. Good going. Don't buy a third-party dock or even a third-party plug. I think you're better off spending $100 for a dock compared to $300 for a new Switch if it breaks.
Yeah, I would do that.
I have both a third-party adapter and a third-party dock, and I'm just going to eat the $50 to spend on both of them because I don't want to take a risk. I'd rather eat the $50 than the $300.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe one day I'll get to use that portable Switch dock I have for something else because it's USB-C. So if I get like a phone that has a USB-C connection, I can use that thing, then be able to use it for that. As of right now, it's kind of useless. From what I've heard, if you're going to use a third-party power cord, if you're going to do that, only use it in portable mode because you have a better chance of it not doing anything to your Switch there. But if you're going to dock it, don't do that. Because it could give your Switch too much power, frying the most important chip in the system. You know, the one that actually makes it work. It's kind of like what happened with the Xbox 360 when I think about hearing this issue. Like, with how the Switch is basically only good for first-party stuff, it makes me keep on thinking of the Red Ring issue, where, like, original 360s back in the day had, like, a 50% failure rate or something really high. It was bad. And that's because they wanted to rush the system out the market. In a sense, it almost sounds like the Switch has the exact same problem.
Well, you know what? I can kind of believe that narrative because with how the Wii U was going, yeah, they kind of needed to get the Switch out.
I mean, look what happened at the very end of the Wii U lifespan. 2016 had basically no games for it outside of like 2 titles. And then they discontinued the system a couple months before the Switch even released. So they had no faith in Wii U anymore and basically gave up on the thing and rushed to get that Switch out, basically, at that point. Because they were working on the system since, like, I think 2015, and there's been talks about it since then. And then the Switch comes out in 2017, 2 years later.
Don't get me wrong, I like my Switch a lot. I think it's a great system, and I play it, like, a lot, but that is kind of stupid.
I agree. Like, it's a good system. I just think that in terms of the USB-C thing, they needed more time to properly figure out what they needed to do with it. Because the problem is, it does not comply with normal USB-C laws. It's kind of stupid. Like, one of the biggest things it does is it uses MyDP, apparently, which is a weird protocol no one uses for HDMI out. So that's already a challenge to get to work. But then it's the whole power draw thing. That's a proprietary thing Nintendo uses. USB-C has a standard for power draw, and Nintendo decides to use their own thing. Like, what is going on here? There's a reason why this is a mess.
I hope they can fix it soon.
I think the only way they can fix that is really they can release a patch for the system, which can help regulate the power thing a bit. But honestly, I think the only way they can really fix it is by releasing a new model of the Switch. They have to make a hardware fix. They already did that apparently for not only the Joy-Cons, but they had to do it because of a hack that people found on the Switch. You basically like overload one of the Joy-Con connectors, and apparently you can just crash the Switch's UI to install your own homebrew software. They already had to make a physical update to the Switch to fix that.
Oh my gosh.
So new Switches now, you can't use that method to hack. And it had to be a hardware problem. So had to be a hardware fix.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though Microsoft had the Red Ring of Death stuff that happened, even though it was really dumb that they did that, they still came up on top and they were just fine.
Yeah, because it wasn't until the end of that generation where the 360 was a really bad selling system, because for the longest time it was number 1. Near the end it became number 2. So basically Nintendo's having that exact same situation. They got this out really soon because they kind of needed it. So because it's rushed a bit to market, it's paying off in their favor in terms of sales. Like, pretty much anyone who owns a game console in some way has a Switch now. Like, it's that popular. So it worked in that regard. I just think they have to probably make a hardware revision at one point. Kind of like the 360 did, to address a lot of their weird issues. Because when you ask a third party, like the video I watched, the guy asked like some third party dock manufacturers who reached out asking for reviews on their docks. He reached back out to them asking, is this going to be safe, and asked them all this technical jargon to make sure. And the stuff they said back basically made it sound like they had no idea what they were doing to make the dock to work. It's basically a repurposed USB-C dock that has a Switch branding on it. Not a good idea. And I especially knew I should probably scrap my third-party dock that I bought. Because in the video, the guy even mentioned it, saying this is one of the most popular ones that brick systems. Like, oh good, that's the one I own too. Where's the garbage can?
Where's the garbage can so I can throw this monstrosity up?
Yeah, like that's not good. If I use that thing on my Switch, I think I'm just going to only use it in portable mode just to get a USB connection. That's it. I will never put a power cord in that thing.
So stupid. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to go through that.
I mean, I don't care ditching a dock that cost me $30. I'd rather ditch that. I do have a second officially branded Switch dock though. I bought it around Black Friday time last year, and I'm really glad I did now in hindsight. Because I mainly bought that portable dock at the time because I knew I was going to be using it a lot, so I kind of figured maybe having one you can throw in your pocket would be a good idea. Honestly, now it's not, but I bought that after I bought my official first-party one, so I'm glad I have 2 official ones. At that point, I'll just take the official one with me. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, so much death!
So much death.
Yeah, I think we won because they didn't ink like a lot of their... How did we lose? They didn't ink some of their territory over there. It's Bear. Come on. I hate it when you lose and the team that you lose to doesn't even fully ink their base. It's the worst.
Like, you guys suck.
Like, yeah, we could have done really good because they didn't even bother to finish inking their base. And then we sucked. Like, come on. Alright, I think we'll make this one our last game. Then I'm going to go on a quick break so we can go ahead and swap over systems. Then I'll probably air out the room a bit, because as soon as the PS4 gets warm, man, it's going to be like 100 degrees in here.
Oh, gosh.
Dude, the PS4 Pro, I think, has the exact same issue as the PS3, where it gets super warm. Do you want a heater? Own yourself a PlayStation console.
Gosh.
Having a cold winter? Play a game on the PS4 Pro. Then you'll be nice and toasty.
DualShock 4 disconnected. How'd that happen, Amber?
I don't know.
Speaking of weird PS4 things,
Yeah, the PS4 controller's been acting weird. I don't know why.
which one is
But
it?
it has.
Is it the new one, the old one?
The old one.
Okay, that makes sense. Because you guys were having that issue for a long time. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking it's maybe some kind of connection issue with the controller now. Like the thing just has a hard time staying connected to something.
I mean, it's not a big deal. I can always reconnect it pretty easily.
Yeah. That's basically like my issue using a Waypird nowadays on a GameCube. Or more specifically a Wii. Like, I love those things, but I swear, Waypirds nowadays are horrible. And it's only because the wireless technology has aged bad. So half the time they just disconnect. Just sad, because I really like Waypird.
Yeah.
It just sucks that the connection anymore is aged.
Aged like milk.
Kind of, yeah. From what I've heard, apparently that's more of an issue if you use it on a Wii. So that's great, because most people anymore play GameCube games on a Wii, including me.
Yeah, and I do too.
It just looks better because, you know, you can buy a Wii for $50, then component cables for $10. GameCube is more expensive, including their video cables. Even for that HDMI mod, like, man, I want to get that plug-and-play HDMI mod. $150. Yeah, I'll get myself 3 more Wiis. It'll still be cheaper. People have done comparisons, and between GameCube HDMI, or even GameCube component and Wii component, GameCube component looks slightly better, but it's not enough to justify $200.
That's ridiculous.
It's really dumb. And honestly, for my setup, I only ever use GameCube anymore for Game Boy Player, so I wouldn't really care for the HDMI one as much, because I can't get 240p HDMI to work over most of my devices. So won't you be able to use the Game Boy Player with that? And the component plug-and-play version is still being worked on, so that wouldn't be any better. The component plug-and-play basically allows you to use Wii component cables with a GameCube,
Yeah.
which is good, because those things are super easy to find. Although I think I need to get a new component cable pretty soon for my Wii. Like, the one I'm using on my setup is okay, but the one I used for a few years, I think the blue cable's dead. So the colors are all messed up.
They're all like grayed.
Well, more or less like everything is like a weird shade of like pinkish now.
That's weird.
Yeah, if you don't have all 3 component connections working, it does not look good. There's some kind of messed up colors.
Back in this room.
Hey, it's still better than using Wii HDMI. Don't buy Wii HDMI adapter. They're all horrible. Like the PS2 ones, they're all horrible. There's a reason why they cost $10. They're cheaply made.
Look at them guys.
Alright, I think we won. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I think that's good because I think my shirt does get one more chunk upgrade. So that's good. I get to scrub it one more time.
Scrub, scrub, scrub.
It's always good to end on a victory.
Lester likes to scrub like a scrub.
Nope,
He's not
nope,
a
nope.
threat.
Okay, I think I may want to try one more win only because I'm less than 100 points away. I thought for sure that was going to give me enough for a new shirt. A new shirt upgrade. Come on. Give me my shirt upgrade. Alright, we're going to do one more game because I really want that chunk.
I want that chunk.
And then we can swap. I'm debating if I should use my Splatfest intermission or normal intermission, only because, well, we're not playing Splatfest when we come back from the intermission. It'd feel weird to say, we'll be back for more Splatfest and then start up Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, by the way, we're playing Splatfest. Don't mind Sora and Donald being here.
Yeah, it's the new Splatfest team. Team Disney versus Team Final Fantasy.
Dude.
That would actually kind of be a good one.
Honestly, that'd be a good crossover. Be better than Team 4 versus Team Spoon.
I think my favorite one they've ever done was the Pokemon one.
Yeah, that was a
But
good
yeah,
one.
the red and blue one was my favorite one.
Yeah. Yeah, I still remember that Splatfest. That was a fun one.
Or the Ninja Turtles one.
That was also a really good one. Although it kind of lasted a little too long, in my opinion.
Yeah, that one was like, what, 4 weeks worth of Splatfest?
Just about, yeah. Like, it was fun, but basically, like, every week for 3 weeks, it was a Splatfest. So, Saturdays were not the day you wanted to play if you were wanting to play any rank mode. Because no rank existed that day. Just Splatfest.
What was it that... Also, like, I like the SpongeBob one.
Yeah,
SpongeBob
that was pretty fun. Autobots versus Decepticons, that was really good. Notice how most of these things we're talking about is Splatoon 1.
Yeah.
I think they hired a 3-year-old to make the themes for this game. Which is why they're weird. Alright, we gotta pick our next Splatfest team. Little Timmy, what is it gonna be? Nope. Get out of there before I get shot with that. A good shot with that inkjet. Oh, of course, I'm trying to dodge away from some guy shooting me, and a random suction bomb that survived got me. That's how it always goes. I say it almost every time I die like this, but man, I really miss Bomb Sniffer. Come back to me. Why is it that one of the best abilities in Splatoon 1 had to get killed in Splatoon 2? It's so good.
Because it was broke. That's why.
Honestly, it was really only broken against the mines. Because besides that, all the other bombs you can see on the map. It just gave you a better heads up, that's all. But honestly, that better heads up made a huge difference. I missed it so much. I mean, I miss Kraken, but I can understand why that's dead. That was actually broken.
I like Kraken.
It was good, but it was seriously broken. Because you would always see someone...
Why was Killer Whale killed?
Okay, that one's a better question. That wasn't really that broken. But, like, you would see Krakens all the time in things like Turf... Well, yeah, you would see them in Turf War, but more or less you would see them like Splat Zones or Tower Control. And they would always sit on the point as a Kraken, so you couldn't actually do anything. Because if you tried, they'll come back and kill you. So I can understand why those are gone. Things like Killer Whale, yeah, what was wrong with that thing? Yeah, it was okay. That wasn't very broken. In fact, most people didn't really get to use it for much.
Yeah, Killer Whale wasn't bad.
Killer Whale's in this game still, it's just only relegated to single player. And even then, you can't use it, you only see it. Okay, I have no idea who won that one. That's just about tied. I think we lost. Never mind. How? How? Seriously, there's more... I see more green. Oh well. Okay, now we'll probably end it on a victory, because now we'll probably get that shirt chunk upgrade.
And you're almost a king. You might as well get to it.
I mean, I do want to stream Kingdom Hearts tonight, so by the time we start that, it'll be like 9, 10, and that'll be too late. So if I have time after we're done, I'll probably play this on my own. But for now, there's only one way to swap over. Memes.
Me.
But first, we gotta go scrub our shirt. Hey, buddy. Scrub this shirt.
Scrub my shirt, Mr. Laundromat. Oh, speaking of which, I need to go change our clothes over. Speaking of laundromats, I need to go and finish up my clothes. Almost done with Lake Bed.
Oh, the joys of married life on a Saturday night.
Okay, I can't tell if that's ice cream or that's you stabbing an octopus. Because if that's you stabbing an octopus, man, you're racist.
What is? I think
it looks like ice cream, but
that's ice cream.
I think it is, but then I see that one tentacle on the left, and it makes me a little concerned.
I think that might
Okay, that's
be ice
clever.
cream.
I hope that's ice cream.
Yeah.
Spoon.
Okay. Clever. Boring. Boring. Nightmare inducing. Oh my god, how am I not surprised to see this? Okay. I gotta give that a fresh.
That's good. That's
I think I know which one's my favorite.
Doing, doing, doing. Gosh. Oh my gosh. I wasn't expect. I mean, I expect.
I expect
SpongeBob
SpongeBob almost every time I get in here,
But-
and also Discord plugs.
I was expecting SpongeBob memes, but I wasn't expecting that. That was actually kind of clever.
Yeah. Oh, you see those every once in a while. They're really
It
good.
was like, oh my gosh.
Where's the Shovel Knight one? I keep on seeing it in the game, but I don't actually see it out here. I want to see the Shovel Knight one. I want to make sure it doesn't say "Let's get spoony." Is it even here?
But
It might get rotated out. Okay, well, that one's interesting. Not a character I expected to see. Fourth the competitor. Okay, that's close enough to being disturbing. Yeah, I don't see Shovel Knight anymore. Man, you got rotated out. Well, that's a disappointment. Want to read what that one said. I am going to find him. I mean, overall, it was pretty good. I will say this was a pretty okay theme in terms of games. I mean, the theme itself is stupid. Seriously, I think they're running out of ideas. But the games were fun.
But you haven't run into, you know what? You haven't run
the
into
other
your own
team.
team.
Yeah, I haven't ran to my own teammates, which is at least the one blessing. Because that happens almost every Splatfest, I swear. No, not even the corners. Dang, he's rotated out. Let's get spooning, rest in peace.
Shovel Knight. No, Shovel Knight, don't get spooned out.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. But yeah, overall the games were pretty good, man. I really hope that there's better themes next time. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, it was still fun. I liked it.
I'm glad you got to stream some Splatfest.
Yeah, we got to champion, so that's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.